Yes.
Fantastic.
It's fun. It's fun because I have parts of the cloud coming with me, like stuck on my clothes and stuff.
Fantastic. So tell me, what are you noticing around you there?
I landed on the surface. I'm on the streets, in my hometown, but the streets are empty. There's no cars, no people, no one.
How do you feel being there when there is no one there?
Mm, it's strange that there is no one there, but it's all right.
Okay, okay. And how do you see and feel and sense your body there on that street? Tell me about that.
Mm, it's a bit heavier than in the clouds. In the clouds, I felt lighter, and now I feel a bit of weight and heaviness inside my body. But apart from that, I'm good.
Okay, fantastic. Do you get a sense of that heaviness being what would be a normal way for you to feel being on that street, or is it something else?
Mm, well, yes, like a normal thing on the street.
Okay, okay. And do you get a sense of why you were there and what has happened to the people?
Mm, I have no clue. Like it's abandoned. Like everything looks fine. Like everything is like just everyone just disappeared. Like there's no one there. I don't know. It's strange. Like I'm
Yeah.
standing at the intersection at where cars should be, but there is no cars, no people, nothing.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Um, right. So then let's go exploring there and see what you notice. What are you finding?
Mhm. Well, nothing much. I've been walking on the street and in the city center, and there's literally no one, nowhere.
Okay. Okay. So let's move back in time and see what happened and when they left or where did they go. Okay. So you're now arriving to notice what's happening.
I don't know, like there are people now there, like having their normal life. Like I didn't arrive at the time where something happened. Like I arrived before, like when everything was normal. There are cars, there are people going to work, there are kids going to school. Hmm, everything looks perfectly normal now. Hmm.
Okay, fantastic. And so then observing what happens to them next, what can you tell me?
Hmm. 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 People, mostly young people, like kids from school, are like running, and everyone looks at them like, what is wrong with these kids? Hmm. Hmm. Something is happening. I'm not sure what yet.
Okay, so then going back and see and be with those children when they suddenly felt the urge to run, what are they noticing?
They were in school having normal classes, and everything was fine until an alarm went off. It is like a fire, like a fire broke out in school. Yeah. And everyone was panicking, like,
Oh, yes, I see. Okay. And so do you get a sense of what caused the fire?
I get the sense of technical, something that technical happened, maybe electricity or something like that um, went off or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so then what happens next when the children are running out? People are noticing. Tell me more about what happens.
Well, the school is empty. No one is in school. On the streets, kids are now a bit safer, and others are observing what is happening and asking the kids what is going on with the school. And they said that fire, there's fire in school, and yeah, they're frightened, but everything is okay. Like, it's not a really big deal. I mean, half of the school is on fire, but yeah, it's not like no one is in danger anymore. Like, still people are surprised that the school is on fire, but um, no danger is there for the other people, and everyone from the school is evacuated, so it's all right.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is good news. And so then moving forward, what are you noticing next?
Firefighters, yeah, lots of firefighters came in to put out that fire, and yes, huh, well, they're not being really successful with it, but I think it will take some time until all the fire is out.
Okay, I see. And then what happens next?
Mm, well, there's only smoke, and the street is blocked, and police, firefighters are there, yeah, just putting that fire out. And there's only smoke, no fire, no actual fire.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And so then moving forward to when the people started disappearing or wherever they went to, be there now and tell me what you notice.
Like, um, hmm, hmm, maybe I get the sense that there is sort of a lockdown, and that the situation is really bad with the virus, and that there's a lockdown, and that's the reason why there's no one on the streets. But that happened shortly after that school event. Hmm.
Okay, I see. Well, that would make sense why these streets are empty. How do you feel being there, noticing that now?
Hmm. I feel heavier, like I can sense, like people are terrified in their own homes, but I cannot see them. I can feel them. I mean, I'm standing in the street and I can sense them, what they are doing in their houses. And some are crying, some are they don't feel really well, and their family members are crying, and everyone is frightened, and I can sense that from every second house, like almost every second house has this kind of a problem, like they're dealing with something terrible inside their home.
Oh, I see. And so what do you do next moving forward? Where do you go and what do you notice?
I can see that there are masses being buried at the cemetery. Like many people died, like in a really short amount of time, and they're all being buried like massively, like a lot of them at the same time, and streets are still empty. And yeah.
And do you get a sense of what caused many people to die?
Some some are caused by vaccines, and some are caused by the virus itself. Like it's a almost 50-50 ratio. Like someone died from this and someone died from the virus, some died from the vaccine.
I see. Okay. Oh, thank you. And is there anything else you're noticing there that you want to tell me?
The police are patrolling the streets, and yeah, no, not much, except there are trucks coming into the cemetery, like 2-3 in a row, big trucks where there are like more than 100 or 200 people that they are going to bury at the moment.
Oh, I see. And so would they be doing that in mass graves or individually? What can you tell me?
Like everybody has their own grave. Like there are plenty of places at the cemetery where everyone can be buried like normally, but yeah, family members go together. Some go separately, but yeah, there are many holes digged up for them to, just because they're in coffins. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so moving forward, what do you notice happening next?
Nothing much. There's still no one on the streets. I feel that the situation is a bit less heavy. Like, unfortunately, many people died, and there are really a lot of empty houses. Yeah, there are really a few people left, like maybe 1/3 of the whole city.
And how is everyone responding to that? What are you sensing? Are they still scared or confused or something else?
Yes, they are really, really confused, and like they don't really understand where this is all coming from. It all happened suddenly, and they're scared because they think that it will happen to them next. Like they're the next like target or something.
I see. Okay. So then moving forward in time, see to an important day, what happens next?
People started to go outside, but they are still frightened, but they are outside of their houses. Like I can see really few people on the streets and really few cars that are moving and doing something. But people are going grocery shopping, like some of the citizens that didn't work in the grocery shop work there now. I think that maybe they have died who were doing, I don't know. But yeah, like really few people outside on the streets and no people in pubs, cafes, schools. Everything is empty. Government buildings are halfway empty. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that is interesting. And how do you see things moving forward after that? What happens next to go to an important day and see what's happening?
Hmm. Mm, well, the cafes and the pubs started working, but it's, mm, I mean, no one is going there, and I sense that no one really wants to go and to drink something in the pub or in the cafe or eat something in the restaurant. And they are all, the government tries to solve things, but they cannot figure out how. Like it's really hard for them, and a lot of people are in their houses. I can see that they're watching the news. Like almost every house is watching the news. Something important is being broadcasted at the moment. Like maybe the president is doing a speech or some sort.
I see. And so if you went to watch that information on a TV, or is it on internet, or is it on your television?
It's everywhere, but mostly on the television. Like people are watching him speaking about catastrophes and deaths happening all over the place in the country, and they they really don't know what to do about that. Like they don't know what caused that, and yes.
I see. Okay. And do you get a sense of how long that information keeps being broadcasted? Is it?
Like he's he's talking for like 2 hours, and yeah, like that was his speech, and there were other the uh, from the medical team that are speaking as well, and they are trying to figure out what will they do next, but no one is sure. And this is like, it feels like a, I don't know, like a Sunday, like where they are talking and talking and talking, but they tell us that they will um, try to figure it out, and they are going to have another meeting tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and yes, but hmm, hmm, yes, I can feel that they have no clue what is happening, and this is like, sorry, we really don't know what is happening. They try to give us some guideline to what to do or what not to do, but yeah, it's like they're hopeless. Hmm.
Do you get a sense of what other things were going on that they were also talking about? What other catastrophes?
Hmm. At the moment, they're talking about the same events that occurred in my hometown, but they occurred everywhere. The whole country is like that. The bigger cities and the capital is really bad. I can sense there are people protesting really, really badly, destroying the capital. Um, hmm, but I don't know why. But other catastrophes, no, no. Only many people died, and everyone is frightened. And in the capital and in one other bigger city, there are really big protests. Or actually, in major cities, there are many protests that are ongoing every day. And no one knows what to do.
If you focus a bit more on those protests, what do you get a sense they're about?
Hmm. They are like yelling that that the government is killing us, like the vax that was given to people is killing us. Like that's the reason that there are so many death, and many older people died, and on the protests, and mainly on the streets there are younger people, um, and they're being really violent, and yeah, but I can sense that the government is like, we have we actually don't have a clue what is going on. I don't see the purpose, what they want to accomplish with the protests, because it feels like there is no need for the protests. I don't know.
But they're just struggling to understand themselves, and maybe that, do you get a sense that they're just in fear and shock and worry?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my, they are in fear, and that is the main 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 reason why they are being so violent, because they're really frightened there. they're all confused. They don't know what's going on, and yeah, there's massive destruction in the capital, but like I can see some bombs detonating, really big buildings on fire, and the parliament is really fucked. Sorry for the word, yeah, but it's almost in ruins.
Yeah, I can understand that well. And so, the are the protesters causing that destruction, or something else?
Yes, like regular, not regular people. Those are like other groups. Like many of the protesters are only calmly protesting. Like there are really more than 10,000, maybe 20,000 people on the streets, maybe even more. But the destruction is caused by a small number of people, like different group, but they don't seem that they are protesting. Like it seems that they are here to cause destruction and to confuse people and to frighten even more people and to yes, yes,
Oh, I see. So they've got another agenda.
yes. They are wearing different clothes, like mostly black, and I can sense that there are some that the government people are also in the crowd that's causing the destruction, and they do it on purpose. But I feel like they want to send these calm protesters home. Like there is nothing to protest about.
Oh, I see. So
They really,
are they trying to scare the protesters or something else?
yes, yes, they want to scare them.
Okay.
So that's why they are causing the destruction and burning the the building, setting buildings on fire purposely, and just to just to keep the protesters away. And yes.
Okay. So then, moving forward to another important day, what is happening next?
Mm, it's still the same, but there are not many protesters on the streets anymore. Mm.
Do you get a sense of why?
It it partly feels like some of them give up because the police and the government, the people who are working for the government, started harassing and almost killing people, killing all those protesters, and they just like gave up. Like they don't want to die, and they don't want to be killed or harassed or assaulted. And yes.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you. And so then, moving forward to another important day, what do you notice happening next?
the president is going to a meeting, like a really important meeting, and he's well protected on the streets of the capital city because he fears that somebody is trying to assassinate him, but nobody does anything, and he is going to a really important meeting of countries of the region, like to talk about the situation. And because now the situation is getting even worse, and really a lot of people from other countries as well are dying from the same reason, and they want to figure out what to do.
Okay, I understand. And so moving forward, what happens next?
Hmm. Hmm. Like who survived because the dying suddenly stopped, like maybe because a lot of people died and there's almost um, no one left from the older population, and who when who are who are left, and so we are like doomed, like we are on our own right now, and it's like survive however you can. Mm.
And what are the challenges of having to survive like that?
Well, there's no food, like, I mean, there is some food, but the shelves are half empty in the grocery stores and supermarkets and stuff. There is gas. There is plenty of gas, but everyone, like, people don't buy things anymore. They are like just going into the grocery store, getting whatever they need and even more, and going back home. Like nobody's almost working. And on the gas station, it's the same. People fuel their cars and just leave. And mm,
And how does it
I don't
feel?
know
How does it
why.
feel being there, doing that?
Mm-mm. People are scared because most of them lost their jobs and they don't have incomes, and they they're just scared that they will die because of hunger and thirst. But there is still electricity, there's still internet that is working. That that's what I can sense. But yes, the people are, yes, they don't have jobs anymore. Most of them, yes. That's why they are scared and frightened, and they don't know what is coming the next day.
Mm. Okay, thank you. And is there anything else you're noticing there?
Mm, well, hmm, well, people are tense, so they they behave. They're really aggressive. They're being really aggressive towards each other and towards their neighbor. I can see a lot of arguing on the streets. Mm, the drivers are driving recklessly, and they, I mean, there's nothing, there's like no more law. They're like, everyone is doing whatever they want. Hmm. But there are some good people. Uh, yes, there are some good people.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And so let's move forward to another important day and see what's happening there.
Hmm. The situation is better. Like, people are now less confused, less scared. It's now like an everyday life where, like, there's something, there's like a system that is now like flowing, and it's only like man-made. Like, it's different from block to block, from one part of the city and to the other. But here where I am, like, everything is fine. There's no more arguing, there's no more violence. People started fixing stuff that's been destroyed and left alone on the streets, and they're starting to clean the streets up. And yeah, it's hmm, like normal. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that is fascinating. And so then how do you feel when you're seeing this happening and things are starting to look like normal?
Well, people are more calm. Mm, they form like small communities, because there are many people that are left alone, and they like make all these small communities all over the place, and they're pretty peaceful. And yes, it's functional. It's functional at the moment. Everything is fine, because the people who lost everything uh, found like a safe place, and they formed small communities with other people.
Okay. Oh, that is interesting. And how are they finding food and things like that? What can you tell me?
Mm, there are still food in the grocery stores. Like, there is a supply from, like, government is helping us out, and they are saying that there is plenty of food, like bread, milk, um, and other stuff like that. There are, yes. So their food is a bit scarce at the moment, but yes, there is still food for everybody, but they cannot. Mm, it's like an okay amount of food. Like, it's not too much. Some get less food, and some get like enough food for survival.
Okay. Thank you. And so then moving forward to an important day, what happens next?
Mm. Mm. This will, hmm, like, I can feel that the government is shortening the food supply, and that people are panicking now. Like, there is no that the food supply didn't came today as it should have, and it didn't come the day after, and they started panicking. Like, are they going to get some food? Are they going to be able to survive? And now things mm, are not as calm as they were. Um, some people get the idea of um, hunting, fishing for food supply. Yes, that's what is going on now.
I see. And is that helping people feel that they can get food?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Is that helping people when they are hunting and fishing? Are they able to still hunt and fish?
Yes, yes, it is helping them tremendously. It is really helping them because they are getting even more food than they were getting from grocery, from the government food supply, because there was no really there was a really limited amount of meat, like chicken, fish, and so on, but they are now fishing and hunting like deers and rabbits, and there is plenty of them, so there's plenty of meat. And yes.
Okay, thank you. So then let's move forward to another important day. What do you see happening?
Hmm. Hmm. Things are getting intense, but not as that the people are, I don't know what, but that there are natural disasters like earthquakes that are causing the buildings to collapse, and they are pretty violent ones, and they happen frequently. There are some wildfires as well. Yes, oh my God, it's really getting intense right now.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Stronger earthquakes, people are dying, being buried alive. People are moving out of the city. They are going into the wild where no buildings can collapse and hurt them. Uh, but the wildfires are the problems, because it feels like people are trapped, like, and they cannot go anywhere because they're going to straight to the wildfires. and they don't want to do that.
Okay. And how do you get a sense of these fires starting?
What is starting?
The fires.
Mm-hmm. I have, I don't know. Like, I can see that some fires are started by some factories, gas factories collapsing, and they just exploding and starting fires. Mm.
Do you get a sense of why these factories are collapsing?
Because of the earthquakes that are happening, and they cannot hold up anymore.
I see. And so what are people thinking with all of these events that are going on? What are they trying to what are they able to understand?
They think that it's the end of the world, because I mean they think that they are the only ones left alone, and that they are going to die sooner or later, but that they feel like they cannot escape like dying. Like they can escape it, like delay, and they know it, and some of them are having mental breakdowns and really um, yes, they're really having mental problems now, because they now are certain that they will die, and that they are only delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, but they don't know how long are they is the delay going to go. Like, yes, a lot of problems are occurring now.
I see. Okay. So let's move forward to another important day. And what are you noticing now?
Mm, I don't see any people. Like, they disappeared. I can see the the wildfire still going on, earthquakes happening. There are belongings from those people, but there are no people to be found. Like they disappeared. I don't see dead bodies. Hmm. Like, it's so peaceful right now because there is no humans here.
Okay. And so do you get a sense of what's happened to them?
Yes, like they there there were some big, really big ships that started to appear from the sky, and I can feel that they went to the ships. Like they just almost like it feels like they like teleported to the ships, but it may not be like that, but it feels like it.
Okay. And how do you feel about that? What happened to you?
Hmm. I'm hmm, hmm, I'm like observing the planet right now, like not the whole planet, but my city and all the destruction that happened. I'm observing it from the skies. I feel like I'm floating, and I can see the fires, and it is pretty huge. Like as I am zooming out, I can see that the destruction is is pretty big. Like the whole planet is influenced, and yes, there are fires everywhere on the whole planet.
Okay, thank you. And so then, how do you get a sense that you're observing, you're floating? What else are you noticing?
Yes, I'm not in my physical body. I'm like um, I am. I can see through myself. I'm light, and it feels like I'm almost pure light. But I still have like my physical body with me, but it's not so physical anymore. It's not so dense, and it's so light and like a wind, and I'm floating. Well, I'm now pretty far away. I'm like now above the clouds, really, really, really high in the sky, at the edge of the atmosphere, almost in space, and just observing the planet, just looking back at the planet and seeing the destruction. Hmm. I feel, I don't know, I feel um, like a relief, even though it is a bit sad what happened to the planet, and it's really an ugly view, if I can say it like that. But I feel like right, it's a relief. Mm.
I understand. And in terms of how does it feel to be in your light body, what are you noticing?
Mm. It's so light and full of energy, and I can do whatever I want with it. I can fly. Uh, yes, I feel love. I feel. Mm, I don't feel any other emotion except love and like happiness, and that's vibrating through my whole body.
Fantastic. Okay. And so then what sense do you get about what you choose to do after that, after you've been watching the planet? What do you do next?
I'm going to the ship. I like the ship is moving away from the earth, and I'm like, I'm coming, here I am. I just had to take the last look of the planet before getting aboard that ship.
Okay.
It's a really
Sorry.
it's a really big ship, like really big, and there are a few ships, like not only one. I can see 3 really big ones, many more than 10 smaller ones that are really small in comparison with the big ones. And yeah, they are like moving in a formation away from the earth.
Okay. And what are you noticing when you're in the ship?
There are people, there are really many people on the ship. Many people on the ship crying. They still don't know what is going on, but the environment is like, I can get like earth vibes. Like the walls of the ship look like trees that are like a wall, like trees painted on the wall, birds, animals walking around, many dogs, cats. Um, yeah, it looks like a playground, like a really big playground. And but the people are still confused. They don't know where they are, and uh, they're crying, calling for help, praying. Hmm.
Are they getting help? Who can you get a sense if anyone's helping them? And if so, what are they being told?
Hmm. Yes, they're getting help. But I like some people are helping each other out, but I can sense that there is some technology, like some devices that I'm unfamiliar with, are helping these people as well. Like they are going from human to human, scanning them, doing all sorts of stuff, giving them food, water. Hmm. Yes.
Do you get a sense that people are still arriving?
Mm, no, like no. This was the last ship. I don't sense anything, or that there are people are still coming. Like it's like they're all here, not on this ship, but on these ships. Yes.
I see. Okay. And so then moving forward, what happens next?
We're still on the ship, but they feel better. They like they now understand what happened, and they are being healed, and yes, some of them are playing, having fun. There are some people that still need help, but that's a minority. Like, a lot of people are having fun, and it feels like they had enough of this ship and they want to get off, but they still don't know where they're going.
And where are they going?
I can see a planet, and it's not that far away. Like, we are almost there, and they feel like, come on, when are we going to arrive, and where are we going? But they can sense that they are close. Yes, and that's a new planet.
Oh, and so no one has told them, or no one knows that they're going to a new planet?
Um, some of them are aware, and they are trying to say to other people that they are going to another planet, but some some refuse that information, and they say that they're not going anywhere, that they're going back to Earth, and they still don't understand what's going on. But yes, many people think that they are going to live on that ship, and yes, there are some people trying to say to others that we are going to another planet. Some believe it, some do not believe it.
Okay. And so then, as you see and sense you're getting closer to the new planet, what do you notice next?
It's pretty big. I can I can see it. It has a moon. We just passed that moon, and the planet is looking like Earth, but bigger, and I can see from this point of view that it is like one big continent with plenty of, like, a big, really big continent and a really big ocean, kind of. I think it's an ocean. Yes, but there are other lakes, bigger ones that are really big, islands, and I can see clouds. Yes.
How do you feel sensing into it?
Mm. It's like I get the sense that the planet is like, the planet is giving vibes like, I look similar to Earth, but I'm not, but but I'm pretty cool.
Fantastic. So then, moving forward, what happens next?
Yes, people are getting prepared. They again, some technology like artificial but they don't feel like some robots, but not robots, but they feel like they are natural, like they are not robots. That they are helping people get ready, and that we are going to land, and that it will be fine. And yes, we are preparing for landing, and it's really close because everyone is like, they don't know what's going to happen next. like like there is some excitement in the air. I can sense that.
Well, that's fantastic. And so then moving forward, what happens?
Like suddenly the doors, I mean, those are not doors, those are really big big doors that are opening right now, where thousands of people can get out of the ship at the same time, and just we can sense that the wind and the fresh air that's like greeting us um, while the doors are opening. Like there are big gate that is opening, and yes, people are going out. They're a bit of afraid, like it's new and they're not used to this. But yes, people are getting out and they are feeling comfortable, excited, and a lot of people started crying, but because of joy and the happiness. Some of them are kissing the ground. Yes, it's really great. And seeing people like that, and they're all happy.
Wonderful. Okay. And how do you feel being there?
I feel great. I feel like uh, mm, I I feel proud of people. Like yes, they are here. They're safe. They're happy. Everyone is hugging each other, and I feel like proud of them being there, and seeing that joy in their faces makes me really happy.
Wonderful. How fantastic. And moving forward, what do you get a sense of you doing?
Mm. Talking with other people, mm, like other different people, like going from human to human, saying, telling them, asking them how are they feeling, are they feeling good, um, and everyone is feeling great, and I'm like there uh, on the ground, just taking care of them, almost like mm, observing them. Like, are they fine? Um, are there is there something for me to be concerned about? But I cannot sense anything. Um, yes, I'm just watching over them, seeing their reactions, how they react. Um, hmm, hmm. Some of them, but that's really a small number of humans feel like it's something is hurting them, like a headache, or their arm hurts, or leg, and I'm there just to like heal them. I just touch them and they are healed. They don't feel anything anymore. It feels like that's some energy blockages in their body, and it just needs to be a bit adjusted, and they're fine. I mean, everyone's fine. Yes.
How do you get a sense that you heal them? Is there something you do or put into manifestation, or?
Hmm. I walk around, and if I can sense and see and feel that someone is struggling a bit, I just mm, walk towards them, and just it's like a tap on the shoulder, and it's like, you're okay, and their pain just immediately just vanishes, just disappears, and they feel energized, they feel fantastic. And but that's only a small, really small number of people that need that calibration or help with. Yes, I just touch them and I can feel the energy transmission through my hands into their whole body, like light, like light, and they feel pretty good. Mm.
Amazing. And do you get a sense of what the others are doing?
Well, a lot of people are still like they're exploring stuff. Some of them went swimming. Like they're like, here's an ocean, I'm gonna go take a swim. Like people are doing all this crazy stuff. Some are jumping around. I don't know why. I can sense them. They are like really, really happy and excited, and yeah, the people are exploring, and some of them can feel that they can do stuff with their mind, and they are trying if they can move some objects with their mind, but some some are uh, some are less capable of that yet, and some are more capable of moving stuff with their mind, and they are so happy, and yeah, yeah, and I can feel other humans that are there assisting humans. Like there are many healers, like myself. There are other humans. Well, some of them are pretty tall, but they're humans. Um, they are like almost the double of size of a normal human, and yeah, but they are still human, and they walk around, help, assist. Everybody has their own role there. Mm. Mm-hmm. So funny.
Is there anything else that you're noticing there that you want to share?
Well, I can sense that there were humans that were like greeting us. Like um, some of us came here earlier, and they are like greeting us. And now that we are on the ground and ships are in the air, but I can sense that they are in the atmosphere somewhere, well, near the planet, but they are like parked there. And yes, people are are running around. I mean, it's crazy because there are so many people at one in one place, and it's everybody's doing something else. And I can, in the distance, I can see some building type of things, but they're so far away I cannot see them mm, um, clearly. Yes, there is. It's a like really. There's nothing but grass here where people are at the moment. Some trees here and there, but in in the far I can see water like the ocean, and I can see a forest starting at the distance.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, thank you very much.